Okay. Beach Music by Pat Conroy. That's the book I keep talking about. Okay, so a couple things I'm supposed to tell you. One is forgiveness with the pretty kitty picture. Forgiveness. What is that entitling? Well, they're saying loud and clear that if you're not going to forgive your past enemies, abusers, um, whatever's made you mad, right? You can't get any you can't get any further. So you're kind of going to be stuck where you are. Forgiveness takes time. In 1995, when I decided to forgive and work on my AA program and get sober, it took me years to forgive. I remember saying I want two things out of this besides sobriety. One, I don't want to be angry because it's only hurting me and it's all in my cell memory. And the second thing I said is I want everything to roll off my back like a duck, like water on a duck's back. Because people would be talking about how they don't get mad no more, they forgave everybody. Just what I'm telling you now, right? That you have to do. And I said, okay, I'll work this program. If it's going to keep me sober and change my complete thinking, I'll try it. And I did it for 30 years. Okay, so this is the red love candle surrounded by abundance in green. So, what I'm telling you is that you don't have 30 years. Um, you didn't start back in 1995. So, you've got to put what do you call it? Speed class, speed dial on your phone, Speed Freak Coffee by Motorhead, speed, right? You've got to little faster because if the solar flash happens tomorrow, or if we decide to do another timeline tomorrow, right? It's always tomorrow, very soon. Um, you're kind of stuck because you can't go ascending without forgiveness. So we've got Luke chapter 6:37. And it just says, if I'm going to condemn people, I will be condemned. If I'm not going to forgive, I won't be forgiven. That's Luke talking. So I suggest you study chapter 6 in Luke. Call on Luke to help you. The disciples are here to help you. It's just that they're saying that a lot of you are stuck. A lot of you are asking why your mission partner ain't coming in. Why are you out of balance? And I'm trying to give you the reasons, or they are, I should say, through me. They're trying to give you the reasons why you're stuck. Addictions. You can't ascend smoking a cigarette and drinking a beer. Having sex with whoever, you ain't going to ascend that way. You're going to stay on a 4D platform. There's 3 levels in 4D, or you're going to go to 3D. You're not going 5D and higher. I don't care what they tell you. I know, I work there. Okay, then the other thing I wanted to tell you is I watched the movie Black Adam, 2022 movie, and I wanted to say that power can be a blessing or it can be a curse. So once again, for those of you that have forgiven, for those of you that are ready to go 5D and higher and maybe stay there and come back and help others like I'm going to, we don't want to take our power and use it the wrong way. And that's why we are going through some tests right now. on how are you going to use your power. So if I gave you a little bit right now, what would you do with it? Would you do it for good or for bad? Like, for instance, somebody gets an inheritance, $1 million, okay? What do they do with it? Their actions for the next couple years are going to show everybody what kind of person they are, okay? Now, I said a couple years. It could be a couple hours. It could be a couple months. But I'm just saying that their actions are going to show what they did with that $1 million. It's like the 5 talents in the Bible, where they're given 5 talents, and what did they do with them? Some buried them, some invested them, and some just kept them the same. Okay, so we are going through tests right now in this 4D transformation. That's where we're at. We're at a 4D transformation. In the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, it says you will be rocketed into the 4th dimension. So I've been rocketed into the 4th dimension since 1995, 1996, right? And there's 3 different layers. Now I'm in the last level of 4D here in the avatar, but in astral, I'm 5D and higher. So I can keep ascending because I don't have addictions. I don't smoke, drink, have sex. I've been working on myself for 30 years. So therefore, I can ascend and I can help you. So I'm just trying to tell you all this stuff because they're telling me to tell you. Okay? So you might want to rewind that part a little bit and listen to it again, because there's so much in there. Okay? It's about being tested. It's about having power. It's about ascending. It's about getting unstuck and unbalanced. It's about talking to Luke. Okay? I don't just read the chapters. I talk to the characters because I'm one of the characters. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and take our love candle. The Sun card is on the bottom, which is a favorable outcome. But I'm going to shuffle because that was just randomly at the bottom. But I want you to know that the little boy on that white horse, okay, if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, he's not going to get what he wants. And it won't be a favorable outcome. So the reason why all this is coming through, and there's a lot of it, is because in the movie The Black Adam, I wanted to mention one more thing. He says he's been sleeping for 5,000 years, and I laughed so hard at this part. He's been sleeping for 5,000 years. He's got all his power. He's in the sky, right, with his lightning fingers. And they're shooting all these bullets at him, right? All these bullets are coming at him. And he looks at him and he says, your magic is a little weak. There's confirmation. Isn't that hilarious? Because he don't know what's going on. All he knows is that all these people are firing at him, but he don't know what all that is. He's from 5,000 years ago. And he says, your magic is weak. And then he just kind of blows them all up, right? Lightning strikes them all. But I laugh so hard because that's the way it is right now to me. Your magic is so weak. I just laugh. I know what people are doing out there. And, you know, the only thing I can do is try to tell you what Spirit Realm wants me to tell you. And that's about not getting unstuck. You were supposed to get balanced out for the last few weeks. These few weeks, it's all about action, 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 right? Well, a lot of you can't because you're drinking, smoking, having sex. You don't forgive. You've got a lot of resentments. Ask yourself a question right now. Is everyone forgiven in your head and your heart? Okay, well, it's an easy one. It's either yes or no. Do you have any addictions? It's either yes or no. You know, do you drink? Do you smoke? Do you fornicate? You know, I mean, it's real simple. All these questions are simple yes or no. And if you've answered no to all of them, you're free from all of them, I don't do them, well, that's where you're 5D and higher, not only in astro, but you will be 5D and higher for all of it. Okay, you've answered yes to some of them, you ain't going no higher. And I don't care what people say. I don't. I've heard a lot of crap out there saying, oh yeah, you can do whatever you want as long as your heart is good. Well, that's shit. That's not right. Okay. So, okay, we've got the Lovers card on the bottom, but it's in reverse. So why is the Lovers card in reverse? Well, if you watch yesterday's reading, it told you, and then today I'm telling you, right? So what a perfect card to be there upside down, because I just said the choice is yours. This is called the choice card. The Lovers, right? I just got done telling you why you don't have your soulmate, why you don't have your mission partner, why things seem stuck, okay? Somebody told me that once, and well, more than once, obviously, but lately in the last few years, right? The last 3-4 years, everything they said I worked on because I want to go further. So Luke is coming in real strong. So I'm sure he has some things to tell you. And the Lovers upside down is a perfect example of that. What's on the Judgments come out almost every single day. And Judgment is exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have your lover, you don't have what you want because you are not balanced, you are not putting in the action, and God is calling judgment, and you're not going to ascend, or you are going to ascend, okay? And when I'm talking about ascension, I'm talking about if we're in 4D right now, and some of you are on 1, some of you are on 2, some of you are on 3 in 4D, right? You can't get to your next level, is what I'm talking about, ascension. So if you're on 4 dimension level 1, you can't get to 4th dimension level 2 until you stop doing what you're doing. You will go backwards into a 3D reality. And you're not going to like it, but you're not going to have a choice. When judgment's called, judgment is called. So everything I just said is backed up by the bottom 2 cards, Judgment and the Lovers. Okay? So now we're going to pull some cards from the top and see what Luke wants to tell you. He wants to tell you that your 10 of Cups is out there. That came out yesterday too, I think. Yeah, it did. 10 of Pentacles it was. Abundance. This is about freedom, love, free from your addictions, finding your love. Everything I just said. You want that? It's there. Top card. It's there. I'm getting it. You can have it too. Balance. 2 of Pentacles. I just mentioned balance. You got to have balance. You can't be all work. You can't be all play. You can't be all spiritual and watch tarot readings all day and forget about the house cleaning or the grocery shopping right now, right? Okay, it's got to be balanced. We talked about that a lot a couple weeks ago. Why? Because the World card, you're on a world mission. Again, being handed that $1 million and them seeing what you did with it, them handing you your 5 talents, like the story in the Bible, and seeing what you did with it. See, me talking to you right now, they know who's listening. It doesn't matter to me who's listening. I can have 1 person listening, 100 people listening, 1,000, 1,000,000, it doesn't matter because the energy is the same. Okay, you're on a world mission and they're giving you tests to see where you go. In the spirit world, I do all kinds of delegation. That's my job. It's kind of like Mama Miss Mystic, right? And I tell you where you're at. I send you to where you need to go. It's kind of like a resource counselor at social services. Okay, we've got the Nine of Wands has been coming up everywhere. Okay, nines are the end. You're going to get shifted to the next level, which is 10, right? Nines are the end. You're going to go to the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is the burdens are going to be released. You're going to go to your next level or you're going to go back. It's kind of like in school when you either passed or you got held back. Okay, that's where we're at. The spirit world is really shouting it out. Three of Pentacles. Get some help. That's what they're saying. Get some help with this. Three people. See, there's two people and they're talking to somebody, right? In order to be able to get this done, you might have to go into recovery. You might have to ask somebody, for a reading. I used to get readings because they were confirmation to what I already know. I don't get readings anymore. I don't need them and I don't want them because I'm past that now. Okay, do you see how I keep leveling up? Leveling up. Now, somebody may say, wow, you don't get readings no more. You don't need them no more? No. Okay, but I did want them 2-3 years ago, especially when my mission partner left unexpectedly, because I wanted confirmation. Is this thinking right? Is this feeling right? Is everything right? So I just listened to Steve's Love Tarot. Posh Randy's on. Hi. I just listen to people's readings because they give me confirmation that way. I don't need personal readings no more. Okay, so get some help, okay? If without the AA program, I would have never finished my mission. So I owe everything I have to AA and God. But you know what? I'm past that now, as in I don't have to go to AA meetings every day, and I don't even teach AA anymore. I just do the level that I'm on now. So I won't get into all of that, but get some help because death card, transformation. If you don't transform, you're going to go backwards. If you stay doing what you're doing, you're going to go forward. Okay? So it's a transformation card. Just like me, if I wouldn't have got into AA and changed everything about myself, I didn't have a drinking problem, I had a thinking problem. I wouldn't be here today. I would be out in the cold. Because remember I said that even our religion failed us? Everything failed us. AA never failed me because its principles in that program worked. I always said, especially the last few years in Wisconsin, when I used to do the July 4th picnics, the AA, I would stand up and tell everybody that everything out there is a lie. But the AA program is not a lie. It's changed my thinking and it has, oh boy, it's changed my thinking and it's given me a way to live in the matrix, now out of the matrix, without alcohol, drugs, and I keep my 7 deadly sins in balance. That's what's wrong. When you have 7 deadly sins and they're out of balance, greed, lust, anger, sloth, when those get out of balance, then that's when the problems are. When they're in balance and no substances, that's when you're going smooth. Then you get the test to see what you will do with that money and those talents, and then you get blessed. Or you get out in the cold. So some of you are going to go backwards. Some of you are going to be left out in the cold because that was the 5 of Pentacles with the Death card. Okay, but for others of you, now you've got the 5 broken cups. You've got disappointment. So that's going to go right back with these cards, the 5 of Pentacles and the Death card, because I've been seeing these cards a lot lately. Because it's like half and half right now. This is what it's like. Remember when we talked about the wheat and the chaff? Well, it's been separated. Okay, you can go back a few weeks in my readings, a few months, okay? And I don't call them really timeless readings, even though they are, because the Spirit will talk to you through them. But my energy reads go like this, right? So we had way back here, they were telling you that you need to get your shit together. And then they told you about balance, and then they told you about forgiveness, right? And then they told you about anger, and then they went back to forgiveness, okay? Because you're going to be out in the cold, you're going to be disappointed if you don't. This world mission isn't a joke. And where you end up is not a joke. 8 cups. So if you don't leave the past behind and walk away from anything that's tugging at your coattails and keeping you back, you will be disappointed, and there's no turning back. You know, once you go to your next level, you can get sent back, but you want to keep going forward. I have not stopped going forward, you know, so I know it can be done. I just don't know why you're not doing it. Okay, so this is your destiny, the star card. So it's going to be up to you. I just got done telling you all about balance, action, forgiveness, addictions. So where are you right now? When you're done with this reading, I hope you can look up Luke chapter 6. I hope you can talk to St. Luke. I hope you can get some more advice from him, because your destiny relies on it. Okay? So we've got the wild card with the Queen of Swords, last 2 cards. So everything I've just said is absolute truth from the spirit realm, from St. Luke. I channeled St. Luke there. King of Swords. Now I said the Queen of Swords, I think, but it's the King. I saw a Queen sitting there, but it is the King of Swords. So King and Queen of Swords are going to meet when they're both in their truth. The wild card just says, it's up to you. And I've been saying this all along. I'm saying you got free will, you have free choice, you can turn off the video and go do whatever you want. But I think a third person is good to get involved. I think you guys should get some readings and figure out what they're saying on what you need to fix. But you know what? You already know. You know what you need to fix. If you can answer any of them questions that I asked you, you know, do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you have wild sex? Are your 7 deadly sins out of balance? Have you forgiven everybody? What would you do with that $1 million? Okay, so Fluffy just came to the door. I don't know if you can see Fluffy. Hi, Fluffy. Hi. So the outside kitty Fluffy just came to the door. Isn't that sweet? And she said hi. He or she said hi. So it's your choice. King and Queen of Swords, the wild card, is going to end this reading. I am Miss Mystic, and I want to thank you for listening.